and thank you for tuning in. My name is Kay, and I'm here with Lindsay and JC, and we are here to play some more Rhythm Heaven Groove for the Nintendo Switch. We are playing on a Nintendo Switch 2 system today. If you remember, this is a game that has a series of games that challenges your rhythm. We covered it in a Nintendo Treehouse Live segment, so please check that out if you want to see more about the main game. However, today we are going to be jumping into an unlockable mode called Beatspell. Lindsay, why don't you tell us all about this very fun mode?
Yeah, absolutely. So as you mentioned, Beatspell is an unlockable mode separate from the main game, that as you progress in that main game and you get medals from getting things like amazing the first time you get it, you can then unlock Beatspell and the chapters that come along. Now, this is actually a rhythm RPG where you're going to cast different spells based off of rhythm. So things like fire and heal, but let me show you what this looks like.
Now then, open your eyes. Beep.
But I've been closing them when I play. Not really, but...
Finally, you're awake. Beep. I am outside the cave, speaking to you from the castle. Beep. Ah, you don't know what I'm talking about. So it seems the memories are gone. Beep. Well, I suppose it's only fair to refresh them. Teach you how to cast spells again. Beep. First, press B to perform the moves. Beep.
So every good adventure starts with a tutorial. So you can see here on this sort of, this framework on the right, I'm not going to be using B to sort of move.
You've got some good
Now
moves.
for the
I
magic.
try.
Beep. Press A to cast. Beep.
And then I can cast using A.
Impressive. Quite impressive. Beep.
I cast Cloud of Dust.
I mean, you got to get it
But you're
into the
going to
beat.
have to
You got to
put
get
it
the
all
rhythm
together.
here.
Beep. You must perform the moves and cast while staying on the beat. Beep.
Oh, I knew there was a catch. Right. So
We got the flame spell.
we did.
Look for the B and A icons and press the buttons in rhythm.
Now, this
to
is slightly
close this scarecrow.
different style of play than the main game, right? So in the main game, you're mostly on beat, trying to sort of figure out when to press the button. With this one, I know which buttons to press. Now I just need to sort of figure out when I want to press them myself.
Correct. And you're not locked into following a specific pattern as long as you're hitting the buttons on the beats.
Right. So in my case, it's B, A.
You can do your magic.
And as Lindsay's doing this here, there's a chord note space between B and A, so it's 1, 2, 3,
You've
4.
just
So
cast flame.
B on 1, A on 2. You can also do it as Lindsay showed you on 3, so you can hit B on 3 and then A again on 4, as
You
long
can
as there's a
cast
chord
this
note space,
magic
which is
repeatedly,
the
as
flame
long as
spell,
you
which is
stay on
notated in the top left.
Beep.
There.
Let's try again with flame. Match the rhythm. Beep.
So if I'm doing on the opposite here.
That works too.
Yep.
B, A, B.
And you might be noticing that the amount of damage that Lindsay's doing is variable.
Bravo.
If she
Your
actually
skills
hits
have not
exactly on the
diminished one
beat,
bit.
you can see the little sunburst behind the circle on the screen, and that's a critical hit.
Yeah.
You did quite a few of those. I'm
Yeah.
very impressed.
But I wonder,
I got to lock
would
in
you
a
be
little
as
bit.
adept? Let's find out. Cast flame with the training wheels off. Don't forget to stay on the beat. Beep.
Right. So now we go a little bit harder here.
Yeah,
Really good.
I can see why everyone was always calling you the most talented young lady they've ever met. Beep.
I've certainly called you that.
I
By the
appreciate
way,
it.
if you move and cast with perfect timing, your magic will land as a critical hit. Beep.
Okay.
You should aim for as many critical hits as possible, because that will allow your magic to pack a maximal punch. Beep.
Yeah, and that window's pretty tight. So
It
the fact
really
that
is.
Lindsay's just
Really
like
tight.
rattling that off pretty quickly, that says a lot.
It
so,
does.
I put in a
good
little
for
bit
you.
of practice before this. So.
So now we're ready to
We
take
can
on
let them
some
escape
monsters?
And make their way to the castle. Surely you agree.
Yep, and just like with all good, wonderful, RPG stuff, you're getting attacked.
How
Sure,
rude.
the monsters
Now you can see that as I got attacked on that lower left there, that's actually my health bar along with 3 hearts. So as my health bar
When
goes
you
down,
take a hit from a
it'll
monster,
start,
you lose a little health.
like once it goes down to 0, one of my hearts will be at risk. If I lose all 3 hearts, then I get
Your
to,
health reaches 0 and you
well,
take
start the
one
chapter
more hit,
over.
You'll lose a
So hopefully we take down the monster before I lose a heart.
And if all your hearts disappear, beep. Well, beep.
We won't talk
Let's
about
make
that.
sure
Yeah,
to
it's
defeat
fine.
the
That won't
monsters
happen.
before
Yeah.
the
That won't
It
happen.
won't happen.
No.
You never know.
The kingdom's everlasting peace rests on your shoulders. No pressure.
No
Great.
pressure.
Why is it always there's pressure when they say no pressure? Like
I'm
it's
counting on you.
inevitable. That's even worse. It's fine. We got this, right?
You
we'll
got
lock
this.
up. We'll lock
You
it
got
up. We'll lock it
this.
up. Okay. So we're going through this little sort of dungeon map here. So you can
Right.
see there's the different monsters as well as a boss. We'll go ahead and hop into this first monster here.
I don't know if we mentioned, but this is the very
got
first
this.
level. So you've
Yes,
got
this
one
is the very
spell,
first chapter.
Very first chapter. You've got 3 monsters you have to defeat. One of which is a boss. And pretty straightforward. Same as the main game. Simple to play, a little bit more challenging in the perfect execution, but very rewarding if you can do so.
Yeah, I think the rewarding part comes of it, not just you know, defeating enemies and things like that, but instances like this. You know, let's have a level up screen, so it says like a spell to strengthen. We only have one, you know, spell to strengthen and level up, so you could do that. ups
And
your
now
fire
when you do
damage.
strengthen it, it does actually increase your damage potentially as well. So I'm going to get +8 to max fire damage because everyone likes casting fire, right?
Right. Well, and it's worth pointing out that it says max fire damage. Again, your damage is variable depending on how close to the beat you're hitting the casting the spell.
And as Lindsay moves through different monsters here,
Yeah.
you know, the monsters all have different looks and different attacks and things like that, which is fine, because Lindsay will thrash them very quickly, I'm sure.
Oh, there's 0 pressure there, is there?
And the difference here between, you know, a game like this and like the games that we showed earlier, which is just like a single player thing, is you're kind of asked to give a cue and you're supposed to respond, you know, like a call and response type of thing, right?
Right.
But this one, you're actually choosing when and how to use your spell. It's up to
Right.
you to know.
Right.
So, you know, keeping track of, you know, the 4 beats in a measure and making sure your cast falls within that space
Right.
is really critical.
So you really have to learn the different rhythms of your spells and know what part of the measure to cast them in, right?
Yep.
Rather than just following an audio cue that tells you, okay, hit it now.
Yeah, it's all to you.
And
So.
so it's surprising how much of it can become muscle memory as you get more spells. So it's like certain spells have
you?
very
A
similar
magician?
cadences of button presses. So it's just interesting as you start to learn different spell cadences as well and different button presses.
A magician has no
By the way, this
business
is
facing me. One of
this
the
is
four
Hex,
fears.
one of the 4
I am
fears.
Hex. Ha ha.
Pretty cool design, I think.
Yeah, I really love,
You've never heard
especially
of
the writing in this mode. The 4 fears are all just unique and wonderful.
And it
Well,
really does
allow
kind
me
of
to
build on the
terrify you
humor
with
of the
knowledge.
overall game as well.
We
It
Like,
really
the tone
does.
just really is
Monsters.
there.
We're very strong. Beep. We're so strong, in fact, that I am the weakest of the bunch. Beep.
You're really selling yourself, Hex.
Yeah,
Can
that's
you
humility,
imagine?
right?
That's also
Sure.
confidence.
Stronger.
Yeah.
I
It's
a
guess
mix of
that's
both.
true. Yeah, I guess we
It's
done both.
Right. It takes a lot of confidence to admit that you're the weakest of a lot of strong opponents.
That's true.
And slightly
I don't
absurd.
suppose you're here to try and stop us from getting out of the cave. Are you? Beep. Because I was really looking forward to devastating that castle.
Oh.
And if you stand in my way, beep.
Can I help
will
them
annihilate
devastate the
you in the
castle?
name
That
of
does
the
sound like a
four
lot of fun.
fears.
I will annihilate.
It's kind of contrary to the task we were given, though.
Yeah, it's fine. We'll just
Witness the power of the
It'll be
four
great.
fears.
tell
And I
it
see
flash
flames
here.
at level
1,
3 now,
2,
so
3, 4.
you can pack a punch. Nice.
Now it's a lot faster beat, so I'm trying
It
to sort of
is.
tap my foot, not along.
Yeah, don't get
You
off
see, I
beat
got
just
off
because
beat
you're
there 'cause
speaking to us.
Now his health is not going down very fast either. I know he's blocking, jerk.
He is blocking, yeah.
It's okay.
But your criticals still get through, so really focus on locking into that beat.
All right, here we go.
Enough of that.
Trying to remember how to blink.
Oh, your health's getting pretty low, Lindsay.
Yep, it's okay. Just keep focusing on the music. It's the only thing that's going to save you here.
Okay, now you're at 0 health. It's the problem.
Not helpful.
Don't worry, it's fine. Just
You'll
lock
be
in.
fine. You've still got
good.
3 hearts left.
Yeah.
You did it.
See?
Wow.
Okay,
Yay.
down the wire. Down the
We
wire.
weren't worried about you at all.
No, not
You
in
guys
the
might not have
slightest.
been. I was a little bit nervous there, just a tad. But you know, I'll take 4 stars.
4 stars. Yeah. So
yeah.
after you finish a chapter, it'll give you a score based on how you did, how long it took you to defeat the monsters, how many critical hits you had, and how many hearts you had remaining. 4 stars is nothing.
It's pretty reasonable. It's pretty reasonable.
Yeah.
And these are ones that you can replay as well.
Yes.
So if you are someone who wants the 5-star treatment, you can come back to it as well. Now, between each chapter, you actually are sent back to sleep until the next foe appears, so to speak. And So as you go through, you actually get these medals, and the medals are actually used to unlock the next chapter.
From
so
the
right
main
now,
game, right?
From the main game,
Yes.
correct.
Getting
so from both,
amazing
both-
ranks.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So the first time you get amazing, you get that medal. Right now we have 3 of them, thanks to the efforts of our previous segment. And so I'm going to go ahead and hop into chapter 2, which is on healing magic here.
Great.
So go ahead and hop in.
Yeah, so I think it's also good to say that the more that you play like the main game, these two things kind of feed into each other, right? Because
Right.
you're going to get exposed to a lot of different rhythms in the main game. You'll get a lot of different experience with tempos and various things, and all that comes into play here because
Yes.
you're simply choosing what you're going to do. So you have to know where the downbeat is, and you can't really guess. So the
Right.
more amazings you get, the more medals you get,
The more you
the
can build
more
up your
you
own
can-
internal sense of rhythm.
and
Yeah.
the more you can play here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By the way, it's worth noting, but at the start of each chapter, all your spells and items are reset.
Right.
So you're kind of starting from that blank slate. So that skill is still there, but you sort of get something different as you go in, right? Each chapter also starts with a tutorial. So rather than going through the tutorial again, I will probably go ahead and just skip ahead because we're still, we're still hot from the previous
We
chapter.
just
I
played
think.
it, yeah.
Yeah.
Which it is worth noting that because the chapters are unlocked on your medal progression in the main game, you could go quite a bit between chapters. So it's really helpful to have these tutorials per chapter to kind of remind you this is what was happening in the story, and here's how the spells are cast, et cetera, et cetera.
Right.
Totally.
Especially if you got more than one spell at the beginning of a chapter.
Yes.
But that being said, I'm going to go ahead and skip ahead here. You don't have to if you're someone who wants that extra, tutorial.
Yeah.
But in this case, I think it makes sense. And there is actually a slightly larger dungeon map now.
Yeah, and
so-
we've got something funny in the middle.
We'll find out what
Something
that is.
exciting.
I wonder.
That's not a monster.
We'll see.
All right, Lindsay.
Yeah.
2, 3, 4.
It is really, I think, satisfying when you hit cast right on the money, and she goes, yeah! It's like,
Yeah. And there's also like a different sound effect when it hits the enemy too.
Yeah.
Like it all just kind of
It's like
And
the
the
audio
visual
cues
too,
are
right?
very satisfying. Yeah.
It's definitely that nice dopamine hit there.
Yeah. It's like, okay, I'm on it. I'm on it. It encourages you, like, even if you don't watch the screen, like, okay, I'm right on the money. I'm doing it right.
Yeah, if I'm closing my eyes because that's just how I've been playing horribly, it's or if
Well,
I'm
it's
trying
easier to
hold my-
lock in if you don't look sometimes,
I can't look. That's how I'm playing. So we have a brand new spell here. This is Cure, which I'm probably going to need. But you'll notice it has a different cadence to Flame, right? So
and
instead
if we
of that,
sit on the screen for a second, you can hear the cadence of the spell.
yeah. 1 and 2.
Right. So it's hitting the
One and
eighth
two.
note in between, right? So it's
That's
not
it.
just 1, 2 like the other spell.
yeah. And this is great that as you get more spells, a lot of times when
It might
those
be
are on
good for
screen,
you
you
to
can
learn
actually
to
sort of
cast
hear the
Cure.
differences between them. So if you're someone who is going off of muscle memory, having that sort of cadence can help,
Cure is healing
like
magic,
the audio
of
cadence can
course.
help
Right.
sort of tell them apart. So Cure obviously is healing magic. There's going to be a short tutorial here. How rude.
When you're
Absolutely rude. Excuse you. Where did you hit? So essentially, this is going to be B down A, B down A, right?
And I think it goes the same for, B down. I think they have the same function whether you're left or right hand.
Correct.
Or your left,
Yeah.
right thumb.
And you could use down and B interchangeably, even for the flame spell, if you're left-handed or if you want to use your left hand instead of your right hand. And the same goes for A and the right arrow. Am I messing you up by speaking, Lindsay?
I was trying. I'm like, oh, I'm going to try this because I'd actually forgotten that you could do it left or right-handed, and unfortunately,
Yeah.
I've been using my right hand. So
And that, becomes a little bit more relevant later on when you get some spells that are way more complicated in the
Yes.
execution.
Yeah.
And sometimes if you're just going measure to measure, it helps to kind of switch
Yes.
between B
You've
and
always
down,
been
for
a quick
example.
learner.
Exactly.
Even if you're doing them opposite of what the tutorial says to do.
For sure. That
So,
is-
maybe not trying that in the
experiment.
middle of this might
Yeah.
be. Yeah.
Experiment and find what works for you.
Yes.
You might find what works for you is exactly what they teach you to do
Exactly.
right on the screen.
All right, on to the next monster. Here we
All
go.
right.
So now I've got 2 spells, so I need to sort of be going
Here.
between Flame and Heal. And this one's going to hit a little harder, I think. So
And I think it's worth noting also that you can start the heal spell from any of the 4 beats in the same way that you can start the flame spell from any of the 4 beats.
And there's no limit to how many times you can cast it too. So if you just want to be like, you know what, I'm just gonna lock in and I want to cast like a bunch of times in a row, go ahead.
Yeah.
Like, there's no punishment for any of that.
There are some spells down the road that you have to start on the first beat.
Correct.
And so when I am doing those later levels and need to heal myself, I'll heal myself like 4 times just to get back into the rhythm of the measure so I can cast those bigger spells later.
Even more important to know where 1 is. So if you know, like, where's 1, you know, do I have it in space? So.
Yeah, exactly.
And the more on beat you cast Cure, the more you're going to get cured as well.
Yeah, you can create cures, right?
Yes.
So we have a decision here, guys. So we can level up Flame or Cure. I know I have a preference, but what do you guys think? So Cure will add 15 potentially
I would
health to your
say
magic recovery.
since last time you were at 0, I'm tempted to say Cure, but I know you like to go all into the offense side of things, and I think, like, who doesn't love a challenge?
I mean, there is balance. Also, I do want to point out that you can actually hear the difference of the spells here, too,
Right.
which is nice. But I want to set things on fire.
Yeah, set them on fire. The other thing I'll point out...
In the game, JC, in the game.
Hey, look, no question. Absolutely all in the game. It's all fictitious, fantasy, music, fire,
magician?
yes.
Nice to meet you. Beep.
Oh, yes.
I really love this boss. This is V.
The name's V. Second of the 4 fears. Beep. Wait, how did you get past Hex? Did you really beat him? Beep. That's actually pretty cool. We should be friends. Beep. Maybe we could grab a cup of coffee.
I
or
know.
something?
I wish we could
friends,
just take her up on
coffee.
this. Like,
I
yeah,
like
let's get
this.
coffee.
You're stuck
This
in this
is
game.
the area to do it in.
Have to destroy the castle, right?
No.
You can stay here in the cave with
You
me.
can destroy the castle while getting coffee, and you get the best of both worlds.
Yeah.
Are you trying to stop me or something?
You said
You're
coffee.
Not moving out of the way.
You didn't say anything about destroying a
Guess I'll have to
castle.
destroy you.
This is why friendships don't last.
So what I was going to point out before was, on the subject of listening to those rhythms on the level up screen, we may not see it here because Lynn's may just do very, very well now that she can heal herself. Maybe I jinxed you. But if you do get to low health, if you're down to 0 health and the screen starts flashing like we saw in the previous chapter, it will actually flash to the tune of, or the rhythm of the heal spell to try and help you get back on rhythm.
Oh, no thing.
Which is very helpful if you're in panic mode because you have 0 health.
Or because you're trying to talk while you play.
Or you're trying to, hold a conversation.
This is true. Yeah.
Which, it's kind of a nice, I think, addition because, like, usually those kind of low health warning sounds are quite obnoxious in other games. They can be very, like, I know I'm at low health, be quiet.
It's true.
But in this, it's like trying to help you. It's like, no, here's the rhythm. Here you go.
It's true. Very helpful. It doesn't actually know that until you said it. And so I was like, all right. So
I know, you're someone who doesn't get to low health very often, are you?
well, I mean, I didn't. Okay, I didn't necessarily mean it that way, but you know
It's
what
okay,
I mean.
rub
It's
it in over here.
I appreciate the 8-note pattern, right? And now that I heard it earlier, like, I'm very, very, like, thankful that that's there.
Ooh,
She hits
that
hard.
really hit.
Yeah, and
That's good
unfortunately,
healing.
Yeah, doing the heal over and over is...
her little minions do hit like a brick. So
You've almost got her, though.
Oh yeah, this is donezo. Oh, it's so locked in.
That's great.
yeah.
Nice work.
okay, there we go.
And with full health, look at that.
I
Not a
know.
scratch
I
on you.
had to get a little bit of heal in, just for that little
It does
extra.
feel good to just spam the heal when you're like in full panic mode. You're like, I'm
Yeah.
just gonna keep doing this heal rhythm until I figure out what I'm gonna do next.
And there's no punishment. So yeah, there's
yeah,
absolutely.
You can cast it as many
I actually
times
use it
as
to
you
sort
want.
of relock into, like, if I start getting flustered or if,
Exactly.
like, I'm having trouble focusing, I'll use the heal just to go for
Just
it.
to figure out, okay, where am I at in the measure? Where's one? Like,
Yeah.
what's going on? Yeah, and then you won't die in the meantime, right?
In theory. The nice thing, too, is you saw the fire and the heal spells. There's actually a water spell, too, that you can unlock as you progress the game.
Right.
And multiple others
And
that
some
people can
other
discover,
options,
right?
yeah. So you'll have to play for yourself and find out, because that's about it for this segment. But thank you again very much for tuning in. This was Rhythm Heaven Groove for the Nintendo Switch. Again, we were playing on the Nintendo Switch too, but it'll be available for both on July 2nd. Yeah, thanks.